talking about what happened this week.
Yeah.
What happened this week? Okay.
No, we had decided to go to Kill Tony, and then our buddy Mike had texted us very early in the morning that we had to get there early
Hey, why didn't I go to Kill Tony last week?
because it got him very sick on accident.
She got me sick, and I probably would have got pulled on that show where they pulled like 50 people or something.
You said I got you sick from breathing in your ear.
You breathed all over my face. You were whispering, Colin, I need your help. Don't be mad because I beat you in the contest. So you got me sick, and so I didn't go to Kill Tony last week, and maybe it worked out. So we went this week, both of us. And what did Mike say? Mike Ryan texted you.
Oh, that we had to get there very, very early.
He said, you got to come now, Tyler.
And I was like, yeah, he said, I miss you, Tyler. I've been in Austin for 3 days. I miss the Houston Brit. No. And I knew you weren't really going to want to go on like I think we got to go early.
Yeah, I didn't want to go. I was like, don't tell me maybe. I'm not going for a maybe. And I didn't want to leave Daniel behind.
I think maybe one of the big lessons you've learned this week is go for the maybe.
Go for it.
Go for the maybe.
Yeah, because we almost didn't make it. We hit some traffic. We very easily could have missed the sign up. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just like any other Monday of all signing up for Kill Tony's, it started out exactly the same. 3 comedians get in a car to drive 2.5 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah, we were fucking booking it. You were booking it. And I was like, Colin can drive.
I didn't want to. I'm like, I'm not driving. I'm not hanging out for nothing.
And so we get there with like maybe 10-20 minutes to spare to sign up, and when we pull up, I've been calling Mike on the phone being like, hey, we're probably gonna be around this time. When I was on the phone with him, he was like, oh, hold on, there's a number I don't recognize calling me. And I was like, okay. Mike always puts me on hold whenever he calls me. And so
he likes to feel important.
He puts me on hold, and then he answers it back again. He goes, sorry, that was Uncle Lazer. I'm going to Uncle Lazer's house right now. I was like, okay. And so we pull up, and then we pull up at the same time on 6th Street. We meet them. And Uncle Lazer makes fun of your handshake.
Yes, he does. Mike has also done that.
What is your handshake like?
Okay, you tell me. Let's see.
Shake hands. First of all, there was a lot of fear at the beginning.
Well, I didn't want to mess up the wires, but also you're a girl, so it's,
Am I icky?
Terrifying.
For the viewers at home, I'm a girl.
She is a girl.
But no, I think this is where you kind of need to just start telling the story. Y'all will know that this is the golden ticket winner of episode 708. Spoiler alert, but I'm pretty sure it's 708. And
oh yeah, you put that in my bio.
I did put that in your bio.
Hasn't even come out yet.
Yes, as you'll see, Colin doesn't know how to use the internet.
I need a chaperone for the internet. So
tell us what happened.
So we went to Poor Choices and signed up and just waited around. I didn't know what I was going to do, so I got a pen and I made you sort of like give me advice on what to do. And I think you just said like don't overthink like the flow or the segues of it. You just do the ones that get like the biggest reaction and to just make it work. And so and you said just pick 3, and I was writing down like 5 or 6 because I want to go. That was my plan, is like I'm gonna do like as many short, fast, solid jokes that I can in 1 minute and just hope for the best. And you said like just pick 3 and
like pick 3 and have a 4th one on deck.
I did have a 4th and 5th on deck, and I got the cat right after the 3rd one. I could have just done a 4th one, but I was like, yeah. But I don't even remember exactly. So the point is, we were just talking on the deck or whatever, and we actually went to El Camino and ate wings. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
But me and Daniel did.
Mm-hmm.
And
I ate the carrots and the celery on top of the wings.
We very generously gave her some of the carrots. She'd be like a little bunny. Okay, so then we're hanging out at Poor Choices once it's time, and I was like early, right?
You were like probably like pull number like 3 or 4, I think.
Yeah, it was pretty early.
It was pretty early. I remember us being upstairs, and I remember going back down, and Mike was leaving to be like, oh, I gotta go see if I got on like the Mothership mic. He's like, did you sign up? And I was like, fuck. I was like, you were distracting me, motherfucker.
Yeah,
and
we
then
didn't sign up for the
we forgot
Mothership.
yeah, because we're assholes. And I was then chastising him and being like, you know what, Colin, you need to go, should have reminded us to go sign up for that mic. And I pretty much can eat my whole foot for saying that.
Yeah, you gotta earn that shit.
When you do really, really good, you get everything you want. But
so they called my name, and can you show the camera what my face did? Because I wasn't there.
We can call him. He's smiling. He's laughing at me. I'm so funny. And then they said, Colin Sledge, you're up. Colin Sledge. And that first one, I think you and me, like, I mouthed it like the second time. I was like, wait, Colin, I know a Colin. And then your face just completely dropped blank and then just turned and walked away from me.
I did not say bye.
And did not say bye. Did not grab my hand. Did not hug me. Just got up, walked out. And then, like, I was kind of shocked for a second. And I was like, oh, wait, I'm an active participant in this reality.
Agency.
I have agency. I could go follow him. And I started taking that video of you. And you can see that you're, like, checking those jokes that I made you.
I probably checked my hand 50 times before I got.
That was one of the first things I remember about meeting you. It's just like, oh, this guy's got some sick hand tattoos. And then I was like, wait, what the fuck? This guy's a serial killer.
Yeah, it's just my set. I told you that other story about seeing my own set list on the back of my hand. Anyway, so I'm walking across the street, and Mike Ryan is outside already. Why was he outside?
Because he was checking the list.
Oh, okay. And I guess he saw me, and he said,
you're gonna bomb.
You're gonna bomb. And then what did you say?
I said, I don't know. You got it.
You got
you
it.
got it.
You fucking got it.
I told you that's exactly what I needed from both of you.
Yeah.
It's unconditional support, and also someone to prove wrong.
And also someone to prove wrong. I think that's like.
And Mike Ryan is a great person to prove wrong.
Oh yeah.
Feels good.
I think between having like a slight chip on your shoulder, but also someone who can be like, no, you're doing good, honey. Mm-hmm. That's, I think, most of what just a comedian really needs.
Yeah. He's an older brother figure, a much older brother.
Much dare I say uncle figure.
Yeah, he's toeing the line.
He's toeing the line.
Maybe he's like a cousin. It's sort of like.
And so, what is it like when you first? So they take you around the alleyway.
So they take you to the scary alleyway.
And they take you to the back door, right?
The back door, and this guy with a big tub, and he's like, empty, turn out your pockets.
Nice.
And it's like, and so I dump everything. They take my sunglasses, and I say something
not
like,
my sunglasses,
like,
not my precious sunglasses.
You gonna take even my sunglasses? And they're like, yeah, and took all my pens and phone, wallet, AirPods, all the little things that I need to get through the day, and they let me in. And I walk down this little hallway, and they gave me some speech of what not to do or something. I don't really remember. This is when it starts to get sort of fuzzy.
You don't. I know, but like,
please don't attack Tony.
Hypnotize. They told you don't actually kill Tony.
Yeah, I don't know. And Heidi was there, but I was not really. I was just thinking. I kept looking at my hand. I'm not really interested in any
hot women.
Yeah, I'm not really interested
in humans.
Collins. Well, yeah, because I'm hanging out with you.
Oh.
Got him. Okay, I'm sorry.
Canceled.
So, I can hear someone on stage. I don't remember who it was. And then Lazer comes out from like this curtain, and he's in his head because he's about to go on. And I'm just like, hi, what's up? And he sort of goes, what's up? And then he sort of looks at me. He's like, oh.
You're the weird guy with that fake-ass
the
fishy
creepy
handshake.
Yeah. So, and then he goes on, and I don't really pay super attention because I'm still just in my own head. And he gets a very rowdy response. I don't really know what jokes he did.
Have you ever seen Uncle? Yeah, rowdy response is the fucking name of the game.
It seems, and when he came out, he was
what did he say to you?
Himself.
What did he say to you?
No, that's
so what did he say to you?
He gave me some basic advice, and I was like, thank you, that's very nice.
Who don't know you think you're just like a pompous douchebag who's like super cool, and on the inside, meh. I think that's where like the autism can come off as bitchy sometimes, and I understand that.
That's what Hans Kim said last night, basically.
That you were bitchy? You were a little sassy.
I thought I was a little bit of a diva.
You were a little
That's
sassy.
what he said. I couldn't tell if he was joking or not because I have autism. Yeah. So I go in, and the set is sort of a blur the set, I remember, goes well, and then the interview goes well, and I was not worried about the set. I was very worried about the interview because I'm not super good at talking to people.
I was like, he'll get there.
I was like,
let him go.
She's
Let
good.
him go.
You're gonna finish this for me,
No.
please.
That was like
Please bail
watching
me
a
out.
baby like try to walk to me for the first time.
I'm not super good at
I feel
being
bad
a
like
person.
watching him fall on his face, but he's gotta learn.
Yeah. And they made fun of me a lot in the set. I remember that in the interview or whatever.
And you played piano, right?
They made me.
Let's talk about the piano part because you want the people to know.
I'm a good piano teacher.
If you have to say you're a good.
I didn't have sheet music. First of all, I didn't know where the sustain pedal was. The keyboard was weird. It was making a weird not piano noise. And what am I gonna play? The Kill Tony audience is. I'm gonna play Prelude in E minor. What are they gonna cheer
Hell
for?
yeah!
I don't think so.
You don't think
They
there's a song called like "Faggot Retard" that you didn't have the sheet music for?
I don't have the sheet music for that. So at first I played. This is the only thing I've memorized, and I still fucked it up because I was out of my fucking mind. I tried to play the dance by Garth Brooks because that's what I had memorized. I don't know why I have been memorized.
The fact that you haven't played the dance by Garth Brooks for me should be a crime. First of all,
It's on my Instagram. I can show it.
I
to
don't
you.
care.
You got to hear it live.
I gotta hear it live.
What a nerd.
The rodeo's coming up.
Okay, so, and then they booed me. They booed me, and then
this was like before they told you how you did.
well, no, we'd already been talking.
They
a
were
little
like,
bit.
okay,
This- I
so
don't
they
remember.
weren't like, "Boo, we hate you," and you
No,
were
I
like,
mean,
"Oh God, this is going bad."
It was the booing was fair enough. I would be surprised.
It was that bad.
It was not good. I was.
Are you afraid of your students seeing this? Like, not only just because you maybe say the most like
Okay, my
bad,
students
like
will literally not be allowed to see
your
this.
set list, but also
But
because
their parents probably
parents
will
are gonna
see
be
it
like,
at
"This
some
is
point
the
because
guy
they all
we
know each other, and some of them know I do comedy, and it's good. They're gonna see this. That's why. Scroll my Instagram. I got a lot of good piano stuff. I'm a good piano teacher. I'm a good piano player. Okay.
I should imagine being like, "Man, that dick
We're
joke
moving
was
on.
great." Look, motherfucker, go let me punch up your dumb set.
Okay.
No, we're moving.
So
on.
we're moving on. We'll talk about the set once I actually see it, because then I'll be able to remember it. The set goes pretty well. I remember that. And, Tony says, "Here's what I'm going to do for you, Colin." Okay. Anyway, and he says, "I'm going to send you to perform for Adam Egets and the Mothership Open Mic." So I got to go to the Mothership Open Mic that we forgot to sign up for.
Yeah, and
Like
so that's
I
why I said I was going
You got to earn it.
You gotta earn it.
You're trying to roll the dice. No, you got to earn it.
No,
Okay,
you
I
gotta
mean,
earn it.
you have to roll the dice to get on Kill Tony. But
Yeah,
then you got to earn it after that.
He called me right afterwards, and only thing I hear on the phone is like someone else saying, "Hey, I'm gonna try to get you, or I'm gonna get you in front of Adam. Like, come this way." Da, da, da. And I hear him go, "Okay," and then timely, and I was like, "Dude, I know exactly what that sentence means. It's really important. Like, please, 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 get off the phone with me and go get seen by Adam." And then you said, which is the culmination of this whole entire fucking thing we're making, that
It was like, I got a golden ticket.
you got a golden ticket. And I think my first reaction was, "Are you fucking serious?"
No, I think you just said like, "Oh my God."
Oh,
I
it
think
wasn't.
that's-
No,
I think it was just like, "Oh my God,"
drop-in.
and like your voice broke, and that's when it like really set in for me. But the reason I called you was because I was so nauseous because I
Yeah.
ate all those fucking wings because I didn't think I was gonna get picked. I'm just eating wings. I'm just chilling in Austin with my friends, and I was so nauseous. And I don't get nauseous before going on stage, or it's not a normal thing for me at all.
It's a lot of adrenaline.
I think it's not really being nervous or anxious. It's just adrenaline, and just so. I really felt sick. That's why I texted you. Like, I need like a Sprite or something.
Yeah,
When
I
I
was like,
leave here, I need a Sprite.
Bitch, I'm in line for Kill Tony. Get your own Sprite. You're already a superstar.
Yeah. So, 3-minute set went pretty well. I went like 5th or 6th. Adam Egget was like next to me, but it's like, I'm not asking him when I go on. I'm asking like an usher. And then the usher went to him and asked him when he wants me to go on. And he
Even
said,
though
like,
you were right next to him.
yes. Well, I don't want to bother people.
That's good. That's
I
good.
think it was good. So that went well, and after the set, I just walk up to him and I was like, so am I good to go? Please, I want to go home to Timely.
I need to go.
I was.
Did you see anybody that went after you? Or did you leave like right
I
after
left
your
right
set?
away. I don't care at all.
We are literally was like, when will my husband return from war? Staring
Yeah.
out of the window. Second story, poor choices.
Yeah, and I couldn't wait to come see you. And Mike Caceres didn't even know I was gone. Didn't even know I got
No,
picked.
Mike and Daniel actually, like the guy that we drove with, like did not know that
It's like,
you
where's
had got
Colin?
picked because they were talking to each other like
Yeah.
30 feet away from us, and so
Yeah, in their defense though, like when they said my name,
you
we were downstairs,
you
and
were
I just
at the
abandoned you,
door in a
and I was
second.
like, bye, because I'm not rolling the dice.
This is a good time to also bring up if anyone wants to hire my good luck charm services.
Oh my god, how many people have been
This is my
picked with you there?
fifth friend that has gotten picked, I think, with me. And I've only signed up maybe like upwards of 20 times probably now. I've never gotten picked.
I think because I saved the wristbands from each time, but I think I didn't save them all. So I think it's probably been like 8 or 9 for me.
Back in
So
my day, we didn't get wristbands for signing up for Kill Tony.
So it's pretty. I got picked pretty early. You know, I know a
Yeah.
lot of people go a lot longer. So
Yeah.
I'm aware I got sort of lucky. I remember Mike was texting me before I even got on at the open mic, and he just said like golden ticket ? Because I guess I hadn't come out yet. That's what you said. Like,
And he knows. He's around enough.
Yeah, and I wasn't answering because people in Houston still don't know because I'm trying to just.
We're recording this on Friday.
Yeah, so they gave me the Monday open mic and then Wednesday, which I guess they told me when I was there, but like I said, it's all a blur. They threw a lot of stuff at me, and he's like, you're gonna do my show. and I said, okay, so I'm doing a show, but I thought it was later because no one like reached out to me. And then
I mean, that's a part of comedy where you just have to kind of like be ready, you know, and take the opportunities as they come. And so we found out that there was a show that you were supposed to be on literally Wednesday morning when Drew messaged you, right?
yeah, Drew messaged me. So yeah, Drew messaged me, Drew Nickens, and he said, good luck tonight at Tony's show. And I was like, what? And then I called you immediately, like, am I on Tony's show? And you're like, why would I know that?
Why would I was not in the room?
Timely, you're in charge.
No, you were like, am I on this show? I was like, I only know the information you have given me.
And we reached out to Mike, and he reached out to Lazer, and he's like, yeah, I think he said it was Wednesday. So we didn't really get confirmation until we were already at
Until we were in Mitzi's.
In Mitzi's, because we were like, I'm not missing out on this because I'm bashful or something. So
No, I mean, that's what I texted you when I was
it's like, no, you
if
go,
Drew Nickens
figure
and
it out.
Lazer think that you're on the show, it's $100 means you're on the show. Like, just be there.
Yeah. It's like, but I have to cancel my piano lesson. That was literally a thing I thought. It's like, I have to move because I moved them from Thursday to Wednesday, and then now it's Wednesday and I have to leave. They're gonna be mad at me.
Are they mad at you?
No, they don't give a shit. They don't even care if their kid practices.
What did you tell them?
I said, I'm a big shot. I don't need you anymore. No, I didn't say anything. I just I can't do it today. That's all. So that was Wednesday. We were at Mitzi's, and I get taken up to the green room. They took you away from me.
Yeah.
The green room was fucking crazy. Let's see. I met Hassan Ahmad and Derek Poston.
Mm-hmm.
I briefly met Kirk Fox, which sort of blew my mind. I was like, that's the guy from
And I
Parks
guess
and
kind
Rec.
of like Tony for the first time on
I
like
met-
the other side, like without the
Yes.
table in between you guys.
I actually got to meet Tony, and he has aura. I have to.
Oh yeah.
It's like
That is a great way to put that. He
does have aura.
Absolutely.
It is. Kyle would say he's shiny. He's So that was pretty crazy. But he was down to earth or whatever, and he gave me just like really practical advice, like you're gonna get a bunch of offers and people talking to you, and just don't say yes to everything.
No, that's super sweet.
Yeah. So.
And that's always what I've heard too from other people.
Yeah. And he asked me if I wanted to do 8 or 10 minutes, and I was like, I'll do 10, which is more than I planned for.
Yeah, 10 minutes is a great amount of time to be on the main stage at Comedy Mothership in the Fat Man. That is, people work billions of years to get to that point, and you did great. The audience loved you. There's even, people commented on their Instagram, who was that guy?
Oh, yeah. People not like 2 people, but that's enough for me.
Hey, it starts.
Okay,
It starts.
I will
with
say,
what?
I left the open mic at the same time as the Kill Tony show was letting out, and I left the show to find you at the same time as the show ended because you had your phone taken away, so I couldn't find you. And the way people were looking at me was interesting, and talking to me, it was...
It's called positive attention. I don't know if you've ever got it
never had
before.
that before. No, that's why I do
It was
comedy.
incredibly well deserved.
So that was pretty fun. The set went pretty well. I had to introduce Derek Posen after me, which usually there's a host, so that was sort of new. So I felt like the very end of my set was a little weird because I was sort of thinking about a lot of stuff.
Did you write the comic's name on your hand?
No, but I was very worried about forgetting his name.
Should have done that.
Because and it's not about,
I've done that before actually with the shotgun mic. Actually, I don't write my notes on my hand.
And
but
when you
if
posted,
it's
you've said the wrong name.
Oh, I've called everybody their brother, cousin, mama's dog's name before.
So it kind of worked out because if I had known like tomorrow you're gonna open for Tony Hinchcliffe, that I would not have been able to sleep very well.
No.
But I slept fine because not fine. I haven't been able to sleep more than like 4 hours since this happened.
I mean, me neither, but it's mostly just because you're
texting you timely.
Timely.
I'm home. Sorry, I forgot to text you.
These?
So we've okay. So that was Wednesday. Okay. We had to drive back home Wednesday night and then drive back again Thursday night.
And you drove.
Yeah, whatever. The point is, she's endured a lot of travel time with me this week. We went to Austin 3 times. Our sleep has not been consistent.
3, 6, 9, 12. Oh my God.
We've been in the car a lot. It's a wonder that we haven't
Don't make me do math.
clawed each other's eyes out. So Thursday we get there. I'm going up 3 hours in to a show that starts at 8. So I don't get on until 11 something. I meet lots of people in the green room at the Sunset Strip.
Honestly, it was a really, really cool, great lineup of people that were on it. And there were 17 comics, I think Red Band said at the beginning.
And Hans Kim, I met him, and he made fun of the sunglasses that I had, and I was like, it's part of my act. And he's like,
did you do the sunglasses bit on Kill Tony?
No, hell no.
Okay.
Hell no.
I think you should.
Oh, but they did. Remember, they took away my son. They did bring them back to me. They're like, if it's part of your style, and I'm like, it's not, but sure, whatever.
Yeah, that was a good little
that was nice of
that
them.
you had.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So last night at the show, I said I did the sunglasses thing, and people might see it at some point, but afterwards I talked about like how Hans Kim made fun of me for having sunglasses at night, and I was like, it's part of my act. And he said something like, yeah, people love that, or something like that. So I referenced that in my set, and it went pretty well. And I'm tempted to like add it in permanently, but it feels like name dropping. So
yeah, you had second to last on a 3-hour show and did very, very, very well.
Yeah, I did much better than I anticipated.
So that's like, I think it's really cool that you've been able to do it. Maybe they've been able to see you do a minute of comedy, do an open mic, open the show, and I'll close the show too.
Yeah.
So
and we were
all different skills.
We were gonna do a different set because we wanted to prove like he doesn't just have the same 10 minutes every time. But I was like, I can't do work this week. Like, I'm just gonna do the same shit.
Yeah, and that's what I've talked to you about, like about where my theater brain comes in, where it's like preparation is all you can do, and then when you actually get there, like you just have to trust that you did it all before you got there. That way you can focus on doing it.
Aaron Berg I met in the green room, and he was talking about how he was in the Boondock Saints too, and he was talking about the making of the Boondock Saints, and that was like my favorite movie in high school, and so I like engaged. And I'm not chatty in the green room.
I love how you just said the word engaged, and you're like, so I talked to him, so I engaged.
I engaged in conversation with a stranger. And I was like, did you ever meet Billy Connolly? because I love Billy Connolly. And he's like, yeah, I met Billy Connolly on his birthday. You know, he's not doing so great right now, but his wife's really nice. Blah, 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 blah. So we talked about that, and I was like, yeah, he was like one of my favorite comics. And when he was in that movie, he had such a cool parts. And I also like him because he was in Muppet Treasure Island. And then Red Band was just like, that's a good movie. And I was just like, what is going on right now?
That is like one of my favorite stories probably ever, first of all. Especially just like knowing that like when I'm sitting at the bar like by myself, phone in the yonder bag, so I'm just like kind of looking around and be like, what's going on, what Colin's talking about back there? He's talking about the one thing I know. He's talking about Muppets.
Talking about Muppets?
With Red
Billy
Band.
Connolly, he always dies in the movies. He has a joke about that.
That warms my heart. It
Yeah.
really, really does.
And I still come out to talk to you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how much I value her.
That photographer said it was hot.
Yeah, this photographer's like, Colin's with a hot girl. I'm like, yeah, she's taken. Not by me, but she's taken.
But she's
buddy.
hey, bub.
Hey, bub.
Hey, bub.
Okay. Yeah, and so this was an interesting week because Monday morning I literally was telling my family, like, I feel like I'm pretty good at comedy, but this also feels pointless. Like, I'm not going to quit because, like, it's just good for me mentally and, like, psychologically to have this. It's like an outlet, but it sort of feels like it's not really going anywhere.
Which is a crazy thing to think. That shows your ego at 6 months back fucking in. You insane human being.
I'm almost 8 months back in.
I'm not good.
Thank you very much.
That's true. That's true.
So I did 2 years of comedy in college, and then I took 8 years off, and then I sort of came back 4th of July of 2024. And that's my story for that, which is why I say I'm 3 years in, which I think they did ask me, and I said
I think
3
that's what
years.
you told me on Monday, was that you did have that conversation with them.
Yeah. And I remember that actually in the interview, he did say like something vague. It's like, you know, tell us something about you that's interesting or something like that. And I was like, I hate those. I'm like terrified. Like,
Yeah,
what do I
hate
say?
Yes.
Because
my brain goes white blank. I'm like, I am a refrigerator.
I should have prepared for the interview, but I just,
You just didn't think you were
know,
going to get
I didn't think I was gonna get picked. You know, I'm just doing my little ritual. And so I just said like I quit comedy for 8 years, and he said, you know, why? And I said, I wanted to do something with my life. And then he said, what did you do? And I said, nothing. That's why I came back. I think that's how that went.
Yeah, that's what you told me. You said.
Yeah. And that's the truth. I'm not super good at other stuff. I am a good piano teacher.
Yeah, we're going to circle back all the way around.
I'm a good piano teacher.
So what do you think the people will, if there's anything else you can talk about, what do you think the people will want to know?
Oh, yeah. Tony had just done like a podcast with Joe Rogan and Magnus Carlsen. And so I met Magnus Carlsen. He was, I wouldn't say he was like the most social person on earth. And that's coming from me. But if he just did a podcast, he may be all tuckered out.
What do you think your next minute's going to be about?
I don't know. It's up to you. You can tell me what I want. You picked the last one, and it worked out. So you're picking the next one.
Okay.
All right.
What? When do you think you're gonna go back?
They said wait 2 weeks and then message. So probably 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
After the air date.
Yeah, I think there's
what we're
South by
shooting
Southwest too, which will be a little crazy.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know.
And then let's see anything else that people want to know. I don't know. Are you excited to see it on Monday? It feels weird that we're in this space right now between like knowing it happened and not seeing it.
Yeah, that's why it still feels like it didn't happen. You know, it feels really weird. I will say that. Like it. I've been sort of, you know, getting high a lot to fall asleep, and that I thought that would make it normalize it, but no, it still feels very weird. I don't know.
Maybe you should start smoking real weed instead of that Delta 8.
She's bullying you. You smoke that fake ass shit. You know, something about that fake ass shit is it's legal.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for that.
You'll find out soon.
Stay tuned
for the next one. Oh, we have to announce our podcast.
Oh yeah. This is episode 0.
This is episode 0 of our new podcast.
What's it called?
called This Is My Colin.
This is my Colin. This is my timely.
And together we are.
It's gonna be This Is My Colin.
And yes, probably if you try to communicate with him, you might end up
By the way,
talking to me.
if you message me something, it's probably her you're talking to.
Probably me.
Okay, I think we're done. Right.
You want to do it again?
No.